Hi, I'm Jenny Henze, an artist, urban sketcher, and art teacher dedicated to guiding you on your creative journey. I'm also the founder of Brave Brush Studio, a membership for amateur artists and urban sketchers that will help you unlock your creativity and find peace and joy in the process. There are two fundamental mistakes that beginners tend to make when trying to practice their watercolor skills. The first is to practice washes and gradients over and over without understanding how to apply them to your sketch. And the second is to try to create a masterpiece every time you pick up your paintbrush. As with most things, the key is to find a balance between these two approaches so that you can improve your painting skills and feel more confident over time. So today I'm going to show you how to create a simple sketch that allows you to practice painting gradients with two different colors and get to know your colors better. Are you ready? Let's get started then. So in this tutorial, I'm going to use only two granulating colors, only two supervision watercolor colors, and one of them will be Westlake color, and the other one will be Midnight Moon. And I already know that these colors are really beautiful. So yeah, it will be a really nice picture, very easy to do. Any levels are welcome. Also, it's a very great way to practice while you don't need to paint anything complicated, also to draw anything complicated. That will be a sketch. We will also need a pencil for making a sketch, and maybe an eraser. I don't think so, but who knows. One large brush and a thinner brush. I will use this one. I think one of this will be I keep this one here on my table. Okay, so we will need two brushes, maybe three. I don't know. We will see. It depends. This is a very stiff brush. Sometimes it's better to use a brush like this for when we want to put a thicker color, a less transparent color in our sketch. Okay, and we will need some regular watercolor. By the way, I have already put some of the two of these colors on my palette, so it will be easier for me to use them, of course. And yeah, further I have just some of my favorite colors on my palette, and I will show you how I use them in combination with this beautiful granulating color from Supervision watercolors. Okay, let's start drawing. And I start with a very easy to do sketch. Let's create something like this, maybe a little bit lower. I don't know. Oh, I need the eraser sometimes. Yeah, why not? Let's get rid of these materials for a minute, and then I will draw a house here. We don't need to draw it perfectly. It shouldn't be perfect. It's a very quick sketch for practicing watercolor. Maybe, by the way, I don't know, the roof. I want to have a little bit more space above the house, so I can apply these watercolors, try them out. Look at how beautiful they will be. And by the way, I will paint on cotton paper. So this is 100% cotton paper. If you have any other watercolor paper, it's great too. Just the result will be different, I think. But I want you to let you know that I will use this cotton paper. Okay, here we will have some greenery, maybe something in the background. I don't know. A very simple sketch. Also, we need to maybe decide on which side the shadows will be. Let's do it on this side, like this. And I want to add some darkness. And that's actually all we need. Maybe some, imagine that it's a wooden house. We can, of course, draw some lines to create this suggestion of some wooden planks. This is all we need for this sketch. Now we can go over to our watercolors, and that's something very exciting, I think. At least I'm excited. I'm always excited to paint with watercolors and actually also sketch. I think it's such a nice thing to do. And I will start with the background, with the sky. And with my largest brush, I will paint the sky, and I need just quite a lot of watercolor, and it will be lighter in the beginning, and it will get darker. Maybe start to get darker here already, and darker closer to the ground. And as you can see, this creates a very beautiful look. Also because this watercolor not only granulating watercolor, but also because it's a layered watercolor. So there are two different colors in this color, which is, I think, quite unusual. And this way the sky looks so special. Okay, now we need a different brush. Or maybe let's do the foreground first, actually, with the same brush, and I will use my favorite, or now you can see my watercolor too. I will use my favorite combination of yellow and blue to create a very beautiful grass in the foreground. And maybe I will add even more yellow to create this stunning look. And let me see if I can add some texture with a dry brush. And add a little bit more of the darker color in the background, like this. And I want to make the greenery in the background much darker, because otherwise it looks a little bit strange if it's white. So the greenery will be darker, maybe less dark. I mean, a combination of different colors, like this. Let's make this edge a little bit straighter, and then just add some color. And also here in the foreground, I want to add some more interest. I think it would also look nice if we add some of this blue color in the windows, like it's a reflection of the sky. Like this, and maybe add a shadow. And here it's important that the shadow will be under the roof, will be not the blue color, not the gray color, but I mean, not like a dull black color, but a bluish color. So I add some, I use paint gray, and I add some blue to it to make it even more interesting color. And I think that the picture is now quite nice, but there is missing something. Something is missing here, and it's not very interesting, right? So to create more interest in this sketch, I would add some orange, because it's the complementary color to blue. Yeah, it's not really it's a it's a dark, it's almost red, but it's actually a dark orange. So it's a complementary color to blue, which makes our picture look more interesting. But I think I need a thinner brush to add more color, to add a thicker color, like this. And now it looks much better, much more interesting. Maybe I would want to add some grass, or a suggestion of grass in the foreground. A few lines here and there. And I think we are actually done. Doorknob. And so we have practiced painting here, especially important for creating gradients with different colors and also with a different amount of water. In the beginning I used more water and less pigment, and closer to the ground to create a darker look I used less water and more pigment. And also we have created a light color in the foreground, and contrast between the darkness and the lighter colors is always a very nice thing to add to your sketches, as well as a contrast between for example complementary colors when you have a blue and orange color. Or if you would say it's not really orange, then let's say it's red. Red is a complementary color to green. It's also a good idea to do that. So it's the color that suits both. Now it's your turn. Sketch your own simple reference and practice applying a watercolor gradient to the sky or a facade of a building. You can make the scene up or choose a simple reference photo. I've linked my video with tips on how to choose the right reference photos for sketching in the description below. Let me know in the comments how you found this technique for practicing watercolor. If you found this helpful, consider joining us as a member in Brave Brush Studio. We are currently working through my 4-week course on the basics of watercolor together. You will learn the essential watercolor techniques you need for urban sketching, including getting to know your materials, creating beautiful washes, and how to loosen up. That's all for today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Happy sketching, my friends, and I'll see you next week.